Hey everybody, watch this review here with a look at the Stormtrooper from the Hasbro Star Wars Legacy Collection. I've always had a soft spot in my heart for the Stormtrooper, although I honestly can't say why. On some levels, I think they do kind of look like a skeleton in terms of just design aesthetics, which has a kind of like is so obviously evil when you're just looking at them. Of course, these are sort of the successors to the clone troopers, so the armor, you can kind of see how the armor would have evolved. And you know, the whole concept, therefore. Now, just like about everything else these days, it comes with a Build-A-Figure piece for a HK50, which I probably won't ever assemble. I have one other piece to it, though. I noticed that like half the series that they do for Hasbro Star Wars have Build-A-Figure pieces and like the other half have mail-in offers, so... At some point I'd really like to do a video discussing the whole design philosophies behind the Star Wars things, but in general you'll notice the Empire opts for really stark colors, whites, blacks, and occasional grays, not very colorful. And it's really represented well with Stormtrooper and other troops. I guess it kind of gives a sort of sterile, lifeless thing as opposed to the Rebellion where, you know, everybody's always happy all the time and cheery, but this looks a lot better out of pack than it did in it. When I was like just looking at stores, I know that I wanted a Stormtrooper, but it honestly looked kind of crappy in pack. The one thing I do wish they would have done was made the upper chest area a little bit broader, 'cause it looks really thin, especially compared to the head. You'll also notice that the body parts here, like the torso and a little bit on the legs, are a lot glossier than the head. I think it's just the way that they had it painted. They probably used just flat pieces of plastic for the body parts, and the head they obviously used a lot of paint for. In terms of articulation, just a really quick run through. We have a rotating wrist, ball and socket elbow, so you know, get some cool movement there. Ball jointed shoulder. Head can do a lot, surprisingly. Now, it's not a removable helmet, but, you know, it's better than removing the helmet and seeing there's a clone trooper underneath or something like that. We have a torso joint here, good range of motion. Now, I've never liked the fact that we just have this sort of pivot out, which I'll just never get used to, but hey, whatever. I mean, I wish they'd do like a ball-jointed leg or a ball and socket like here at the knee as well, and then we have a ball and socket here at the ankle. All in all, you know, pretty cool. It's a good troop builder. That's one of the biggest things about the Star Wars figures, that they really give you a ton of troop builders and army builders and all that jazz. In fact, they'll re-release a lot of characters. But, I mean, not lately. They've mostly done more like the Clone Trooper re-releases, so if you want a Clone Trooper army, fantastic, but if you want a Stormtrooper army, you need a time machine or just to pick them up when you see them. Unfortunately, I also don't have like really big packs of these, because that would also be pretty cool. But hey, I will find a way to build that army in time. So don't you worry. Overall, you know, pretty cool figure. It's about what you do expect from these lines. You know, kind of okay joint visibility, okayish design, articulation, not all it could be, but it's serviceable, it's good, and it's considerably better than what we were getting from Kenner back in the like 90s and I guess early thousands, so you know, some improvements better than nothing. Until next time, folks.